Okay, I don't know if it's recording. I guess it is. I wanted to talk about something. I didn't really get it on video. I had to stop the video. And I don't know, this really made me upset. So I wanted to talk about it. So I guess this is going to be like a rant video while you're looking at Chopper. We've been taking drives, every day or most every day for the last 2 weeks, so that he can get, like, the car's no big deal again, because we got in a car accident and he had a lot of anxiety about the car just in general, being in it, being around it even. And so by taking car rides, not really rewarding, but just, this is what we're doing, it's starting to become no big deal. It's starting to become, like it's just no big deal, So on the way to the therapist today, where the elevator is, normally, I did get a bit of footage in the beginning, but I'm not going to post it. Just going to talk about it. So this is going to be, please don't do this as a service dog handler, type of thing. I've seen this service dog there before. There is this pretty old looking big lab or golden. It looks like a lab golden mix maybe. And, maybe 100 pounds. I mean, the dog is pretty big. And you can tell the dog's old from the face. Got a lot of lighter color. It's a yellow, color dog. But it's got a lot of lighter colors in the face, so you can tell it's an old dog. And it has a program vest on. And so, you don't get a program vest unless the dog came from a program or trained in a program. But normally it's a program dog. And so, I've seen the dog there before. It's a well-behaved dog, but it's never in command when they have them in the therapy office. It almost looks like they're using them almost like an emotional support animal. I don't know. I can't really make a judgment on that. I can say what I've seen. I've never seen the dog do a task. Okay. They don't do cover, they don't do block, they don't do anything like that. They don't even do heel. And the dog's on a flat buckle collar, which is fine if the dog's trained on a flat buckle collar. They don't use a head collar. They just use a flat buckle collar and just the program vest, and that's it. And again, that's fine. I don't care what tools you use as long as your dog's trained. But apparently they don't use heel or anything. So, I'm sorry, I'm rambling. Going back to the therapist office. Now, on the ride there, he did great. He did really good. I did get to reward him. I've not been rewarding for the car ride when he's anxious, because then you're rewarding for anxiety. And basically, I'm treating it just like, this is what we're doing, And so, yeah, so I did get to reward him on the way there. He didn't get anxious or anything. He was fine. We got there. He was fine when we got there. He did great going in. Oh my goodness, really, really great. And then we got up to the second floor, which is the waiting room for my therapist. And there's another service dog there. And that's okay. But he was on a 6-foot leash. He was not in command, and he walked up to Chopper. That's not okay. Now, I'm not saying my dog did good. He did not do good. He did horrible. Absolutely horrible. Because we've not had a chance to train around dogs. And I'm going to try to get to pet stores and do some more of that. I really, really want to train outside of a dog park, but getting there and doing the training is so physical. And right now I'm so beat down with chronic pain and I can't really do much. And I don't really want to get into all of that, but he's reverted a little bit, backed up in training because we've not been able to go anywhere and do anything. So the dog walked up to Chopper. Chopper walked up to him. I was trying to keep Chopper from walking up to him. It wasn't working, so I walked on the other side of the waiting room. But they had the dog, the whole time, they had this programmed dog on a 6-foot leash like you would have a pet dog on a 6-foot leash. It was not in command. It was not in heel. They were not giving the dog any commands at all. It was just walking around on a 6-foot leash. Please don't do that as handlers. I think I can summarize from just looking at the dog that the dog probably came from a program, was probably trained at a program because it did have a program vest on. But I think that the handler, sorry, I'm dehydrated. I think that he's had bad handling. And let me explain. When you're a handler of a service dog, if you are not putting your dog in a command, and you're just bringing your dog into places like you would a pet dog on a 6-foot leash, not heeling, not focusing. I mean, they didn't give that dog one command. Not focus, not nothing. Like, he walked up to Chopper, he was free. Like, no, he wasn't free, he wasn't running free, he was on a 6-foot leash, but I mean, they didn't shorten the leash. They didn't try to stop him from walking up to Chopper. They didn't give him any command at all. They didn't ask him to heel. They didn't ask him to focus. They didn't ask him to do any of that. He was just walking around on a 6-foot leash. And that's not good handling. You know, I really try not to judge other handlers. I really do. And the handler, you know, I didn't say anything to her about it. I didn't, like, you know, put your dog in command or anything like that. I didn't even say a word to her. I was focusing on my dog and correcting my dog and getting him back focused on me. And so I walked on the other side of the waiting room. You know, I was giving him commands, heel and focus and all that. And, you know, correcting when he whined. He's starting to get whiny again, because we're not working as much as we should, and we're not training as much as we should. And so, yeah. And so I'm correcting and rewarding, you know, all of that. And she asked me about, you know, being a trainer. Sorry about that cut off. Hopefully this will let me record again. What I was saying was, it stopped recording because my phone heated up. Yeah. Anyway, she had asked me, what I was saying is that she had asked me, you know, if I was a trainer, and, I said, no, I was owner training him for myself. And she had, stated about her son's epilepsy getting worse, and so that's why she was wondering. But I guess to cut this short, what really upset me was that she had her service dog, who I don't think is a fake service dog. I mean, he had a program vest on, and, you know, I'm not gonna call him a fake. He wasn't barking or anything like that. But as a service dog handler, please don't take your dog out in public on a 6-foot leash without asking the dog to heel or do anything. Stay close to you at least. And please, please, please don't let that dog your service dog walk up to other dogs. The dog was not corrected. Okay, you don't use corrections. I understand that. I get that. I understand force, you know, where's my hand? Force-free dog training, and I understand, you know, positive only type of dog training, and if that's how you want to train, that's fine. You know, I train a balanced method, and that's how I want to train, and I don't want people saying that I shouldn't train this way, and, you know, I should train a different way. I don't like that, and I don't want to do that to other people, and I don't want to, you know, call this person a bad handler, and I don't want to call this dog a fake dog. I mean, so many terms are going around these days. But what really upset me, you know, Chopper, like I said, Chopper did horrible. He did absolutely horrible. But I was there correcting him. I was there asking him to heel, asking him to focus, all of that. And I take full responsibility for not allowing him to be around other dogs, or not taking him around other dogs to train around other dogs, and to be okay. And that's why I really, really want to go to a handler meetup and have him train around other service dogs and all of that. Like, I really, really want to do that. There was one here in Orlando. I couldn't go because I was working. I really, really am interested in getting together with people. I don't want to just meet up with somebody who makes a comment on one of my videos. That's a little scary to me. But when there's a lot of handlers meeting up, I'm okay with that, especially in like a public place. It scares me when one person says, can you meet up with me and train with me? One person, that scares me, and I'm sorry about that. I have PTSD. I have a lot of irrational fears, and that's one of them. But I'm okay with going to a meetup where a lot of handlers are going, and like the meetup that I saw on Paws and Love the other day was awesome. I would have loved to be there if I was in California, because there was distance between the dogs and every dog was asked to focus on their handler. And that's the type of meetup I would love to go to help get him okay around other dogs. But as a service dog handler, please ask your dog to at least stay close to you and focus on you. Don't allow your dog, like a pet dog would be on a 6-foot leash just going all over the place. Don't let your service dog do that. And please don't, when you see a service dog in training, his vest says service dog in training. He is marked as an in-training dog. Please, please, please don't let your dogs just simply walk up to an in-training dog. It threw him off. It caused me a lot of, panic and anxiety. He was completely thrown off. He did absolutely horrible. But, I guess I'm just frustrated with the lack of control on that other handler's. If the other handler asked their dog to focus on them and stay close to them, I would have been able to get him to be in command at my side, focusing on me. We were at the counter together, where the I need to finish this up. It keeps cutting me off because my phone is heating up, the screen of my phone. But anyway, I was saying we were at the counter together, and I'm not trying to excuse Chopper's behavior. I'm really not. I tried to correct it. I did the best I could. I'm really not trying to make excuses for Chopper. I'm not. But as a service dog handler, I'm asking everybody to please ask your dog to stay close to you. Ask your dog to focus on you. Do not let them walk around a public, non-pet friendly place on a 6-foot leash like you would a pet dog. That's all I'm asking. I'm just asking for handlers not to do that. If they would have done that, if they would have had them close to them and asking them to focus on the handler, that other dog, then I would have been able to get Chopper to focus on me and not be so fixated on the dog. Again, that's not an excuse. That's what happened. We had a bad trip. I'm going to do my best to try to go into PetSmart or Petco or whatever and train around other animals. It's just so physical and it's just so hard. And I want to train around a dog park and outside of a dog park and really get them trained around other dogs. We just haven't had a chance to do it yet. Again, I'm not excusing it. I'm not excusing his bad behavior. I'm not trying to put blame on the other handler. I'm just saying that the other handler should not have let their dog run around in a therapy office on a 6-foot leash without being in command. That's what irritated me. That dog was not asked to focus on the handler. It was not asked to do any kind of task. It was not asked to stay close. It was just running around on a 6-foot leash. I'm not calling it fake. I'm saying it's a programmed dog. I'm not trying to shame the other handler. I'm just asking other handlers out there to please, especially when there's another service dog in the room, and most especially if that service dog is in training, please, 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 keep your service dogs close to your side. Ask them to focus on you, that kind of thing. Don't just let them run on a 6-foot leash. That's all. All right, I gotta stop this or it's gonna cut me off again. Hopefully this wasn't too long. Hopefully it wasn't too ranty. Hopefully it makes sense. All right.